Be sure to check out my Patreon for weekly exclusive interviews, extra content on Veve and Ecomi, and building generational wealth, as well as money management tips from experienced whales. Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we're back with another Veve and Ecomi video. And this is the first video of today, and it's actually pretty late right now. It's late because I wasn't going to do a video today. I woke up feeling terrible, man. I don't know if maybe I got COVID again, or if these are just symptoms still from the detox. It's because I mean, when you're cleansing your body, like, and you've been doing it for a while, because I've literally been doing it for months. So yeah, because I got a lot of stuff that I'm cleansing from. So years worth of stuff that's built up. So yeah, just cleansing everything and trying to completely wipe everything out. So yeah, I don't know if I'm sick because of that or what it is, but so for some reason throughout the end of the day, I'm feeling okay now. I'm feeling great. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a video right now, and this is gonna be interesting. No days off, man. Like, that's been the goal. That's why I've been so consistent. I'm trying to do videos for you all, but this one we have something interesting. We have something sad, and I really just want to talk to the investors a little bit. Never financial advice on this channel. I'm just giving you all my perspective and my opinions as an investor, and as a fairly successful investor in the community. That being said, we're going to jump into this because this is an example of how you don't want to be, and people like this actually exist. I don't want you all to be like this. I want you all to be the type of people where you're constantly improving. You're looking for what you can do better. You're looking at the things that you have control over, and you're controlling your own life to put yourself in a position to win. Because if you are the type of person trying to constantly depend on other people to make a difference in your life, you're going to constantly be disappointed, constantly be a victim. You're going to constantly be crying about something, and that's not the type of person that you want to be. You have the power to change your life and your circumstances. You have the ability to do that. You just have to make the choice to have that mindset to be the type of person to do that. So that's what we're going to jump into, yo. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Let's get into it, y'all. So as you can see, a picture of David Yu. This is the guy we're going to be focusing on right now. My mans, you follow me. Hopefully you see this video, because you got to chill out, bro. But look at this. The message right here. We're just going to look at a few of them. The big boss is rugging all the community with his empty promises. So he's rugging the entire community with his empty promises. From my perspective, he's delivered everything that he said he was going to deliver, to be honest. Even though they don't deliver everything on time, or damn near anything on time, they constantly deliver. So but also, I always tell you all, because I come from a perspective where I've ran businesses my whole life, I know what it's like to have a timeline, have a goal, and want to deliver by a certain time, and then stuff keeps coming up, and then working with other people can push the timeline, because if something comes up with them and you're expecting something to be done by a certain amount of time, and even one person in that chain of people who you're working with has an off day or something like that, it can mess up what everybody else has going on. Because if one person in a line gets delayed and everybody else is dependent on that person, so that delay is going to cause every single chain in the line to, well, every single piece of the chain to be delayed. So it's a lot of stuff that that happens in business, and this is why I think that before people start to invest, they should at least have tried to run a business, because you have a different perspective. You don't know anything if you've never ran a business. You don't know how long it takes to actually develop. Like, have you ever had a website developed? Do you know how to develop yourself? Do you know how to program? Do you know what it takes to do front-end development? Do you know what it takes to do back-end development? Do you understand the different frameworks and the different types of programmers for these frameworks? Like, do you understand anything about development? Because I don't think a lot of people do, and that's where you have these problems, because you don't have the knowledge that you should have. Everybody comes in, you read the white paper, you watch a few YouTube videos, you look at the developers or the owners' LinkedIns and stuff like that, and then you say, oh, I've done a lot of research. Have you really? Is that what you call a lot of research? That's the extent of your research right there. You should have a full understanding. Like, if they're like, it's one thing for them to be doing something that you can't do. That's the point of you investing, right? But you should at least understand what they're doing, so you'll know if they're screwing around. Like, you should at least understand it. Like, I hate the people who come in, and honestly, people who are web developers come in and they be saying crazy stuff as well. It's annoying when I see the developers like, yo, this should be done way quicker than this. If I was developing this, if like, it would be done so quick and all this stuff. Because you don't know how the program or the platform was initially developed. You don't know if they had proper coding practices, programming practices. You don't know who they hired out or outsourced to develop the beginning aspects of it. You don't know if they did a good job. I've literally I've hired some developers, like when I was a web developer. The first time that I hired somebody else to do the work, I absolutely hated it because they did everything so inefficiently that it was just going to be a pain and headache to work towards, to fix up, and to manage for a long-term type of thing. So I ended up having to redo the whole thing myself. Now, granted, because I did it myself, it took longer, but my attention to detail, like commenting on every single line of code or every single page, explaining what is going on this page, what these different things do, like that cuts down development time tremendously, as opposed to reading through 10,000 lines of code and you don't know where one thing starts and the other one ends. Like, obviously, if you can read code, you can figure it out. But if something is clearly commented, this does this, no need to spend an hour trying to figure out, linking between files and figuring out what's going on when it's all just programmed perfectly. And then you're using different classes, instances, and things like that where everything is separated properly and effectively. I wouldn't be surprised if Veve started out with just a ton of code that just was terrible to, upgrade and things like that. So, I mean, that's the one thing that you would not know if you haven't actually done, depending on the level of research that you've done. That's the one thing that you would not know. So, yeah, like that's one thing that I always bring up. People don't actually know what's going on Veve. I think that they're constantly improving though. But let's get it. Look at this. He said, when you smoke rocks at decon. So obviously he's making fun of Alex here. I heard this man is converting gems for drugs. And this is what he's spending his time doing right now. Anyone know where I can find the group that was formed to apply for lawsuit against David Yu? So I guess there's a group that's trying to get together and file a lawsuit against David Yu. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. It'll definitely be interesting to see how that goes. A bunch of investors who are terrible at trying to invest are trying to get together and come after David Yu like it's actually going to be effective. I mean, that's completely dumb, to be honest with you. 2.5 million users laughing at that. You can assume what they said. We need to stop buying drops, so maybe like this devs will wake up. He said, so maybe devs will wake up if we stop buying drops. All you'll be doing is impacting your investment. You'll be hurting your investment by far, because the only reason that they're in a position to where they can start actually getting funding and working with big companies to deliver things like the Veveverse and actually working on the things that they never mentioned, like the way that they were working on multiple different cash out options. Like, being able to work on stuff like this is because of the finances that they're getting from these drops and because of the stuff that they're doing behind the scenes and the community supporting. At the point where the community stops supporting, that's where things take even longer. They start to deliver less, and then they stop going above and beyond, surprising us with things like multiple different cash out options. That's all that trying to teach them a lesson is going to do, because the fact of the matter is, you know what they want you to know. Anything that they're working on and they have been working on that they're not ready to announce yet, you don't even know that they've been working on it. So while Q2 and MTL and all this stuff has been a priority, they could be very, very far along with the Veveverse and you would never know, or some huge major game and you would never know. But instead of, people like to assume the worst, when me personally, I assume that they're working on a lot of other stuff behind the scenes and it's just not the time to reveal it. So that's a big difference in mindset. I'll give you 65 gems for both. Too much. There is free. T-Rex, Google with better details. Let me see. No one can cash out. We are stuck in this swamp of empty promises. So, and look at this. That's all June 12th. Of course it is. There is no other project you can invest money and you can cash it out. I don't know what he's talking about there. Oh, look at this. Reese said something. Agreed on the how to buy, trying to implement a few ways to make that simpler for everyone. We'll update the fam on all the amazing ways OUP will reduce circulating supply as soon as possible. Like all good things, it'll be worth the wait. And then he responds, oh, shut up, you crackhead. You constantly dumping Omi with Janik and TC. So then he goes straight into the conspiracy theories. Like, they go straight into the conspiracy theories. No one will spend money if you can cash out. Sheep's waking up and stop pouring money into the developers' bags anymore. So yeah, like as you can see, this is what this is how you know when someone's unsuccessful in life and not really going to go far. These are the habits. The amount of time that he's spending saying stuff like this and doing stuff like this, he could be putting himself in a position to win doing something else. If you have this little faith in this project, you should be going somewhere else, enhancing your skills, doing something better with your time. Like if you took a L on this project, you took a L, write it off, move on. But no, he spends every single day doing this, trash talking people. Like how does this help you improve? How does this make you a better investor? How does this benefit you in any way whatsoever? I'm not understanding. I don't understand the value in even doing something like this. It's like a complete waste of time. And it doesn't help you grow at all. So yeah, this is just weird. Like it's weird to see him doing this. Great job, mate. You just fed rats. And then he tagged the team, of course. Like since someone's buying Omi tokens, of course. So yeah, like he said, congrats, you just fed rats. Get out from this shit project before it's too late. I know many people who turn thousands into dust on this shitty app. No cash out is a red flag. So he's still talking about no cash out. And it's funny how these clowns always go back to the same thing because they don't know how development works and how long that it takes to do certain things. I hope I'm wrong that Omi is a shitcoin. I'm holding top 0.0113 wallet, but after I done so much, do your own research about the team and Janik and TC, which is Janik is no longer with the team. TC, I don't even remember who he's referring to. I don't even remember the dude name that I got into it with that one time who I exposed as a fraud. I'm looking for small pump to get out before it's too late. And look, the clown is looking for a small pump to get out. So this tells you the level of knowledge and research people actually do. They have no idea what they're doing whatsoever. The fact that you're looking for a cash out, the fact that people want the option to cash out, that should have told you like the lack of knowledge people have done to this project. Because jumping in, I knew that it was going to be a long-term thing for me. It was a long-term hold because you will not reach your maximum potential until we have tens of millions of people on the platform. Does it look like we have that right now? So why are people trying to cash out before the big money even actually comes in? This is not a short-term type of investment. If you're in this project and trying to get short-term results, you don't have any idea what you're doing. Because the fact of the matter is people cashing out, oh, I made 20K on this. I sold this for 20K. And you look up and that's worth 10 million in the future. Because yeah, like something that unpredictable could happen with a lot of this stuff, especially once they start delivering upon the things that you know, everyone's been waiting for. Interoperability, all that stuff. Once we get more crypto people in here, things could be big. Crypto people or like actual fans of these brands. Let's see. And then he says they have the best Batman. Like everything is just a shot at Veve. If by any miracle Veve will pull off a metaverse, it'll look like this at best. And as you can see, it looks like a terrible game here. F off and go suck David UD, you moon boy. Jeet. So as you can see, it looks like he responded to me. You are still not educated, retard moon boy. So anybody in the community who supports Veve whatsoever, he sits around and attacks them all day long. He attacks them all day, and he actually follows me. Like, and he sits around and attacks them all day long. He called it a rug pull. He called it a rug pull there. Then as you can see, he's been using the same picture, talking trash about Alex. These are not NFTs. You can sell them for cash or crypto. Give us MTL, you scammer. Look at this. He saw a picture of this right here. Inflation me, Bitcoin help. Haha. Then he put inflation me, Veve help. Veve. Of course, like no creativity with this guy. He just literally sits around doing this. So doing stuff like this completely halts growth. This is not the type of individual that you want to be because as long as you're not holding yourself accountable, because let's put it into worst case scenario. Let's say you invested in a shit coin. You made a bad decision as an investor and you got scammed. You're going to just sit around here and cry about it? You're not going to move on and try to make better decisions next time? Like that's the problem. Like people are not holding themselves accountable. Let's say you 100% believe Veve is a scam and you made a bad decision. At this point in time, you need to figure out what made you make that bad decision. How can you improve? How can you be better? And how can you go to a different investment that doesn't do the same thing next time? But no, people don't actually believe that Veve is bad. People just want them to work faster, as if talking shit all day, every day is going to make them work faster. Nothing's going to make them work faster. And this is why people need to understand what it takes to be a developer, to work with licensing, how long all of these different things take. This is why it's important for people to know this and have this a certain level of understanding. That way you're not sitting around looking foolish, doing dumb stuff and wasting your time. So yeah, that being said, man, just don't be this person, man. You take the time to actually understand your investment, get educated, and stop taking that as a meme. Stop taking it as a joke. Like, it's very clear through this bear market right now who knows what they're talking about and who doesn't. As usual, like for the last year plus, I've been right a lot of times. I've been right a lot. Like, don't remember the last time I was wrong, to be honest. And that's just, it's not a testament of, oh, I'm so smart, I'm so good, or anything like that. I preach the same stuff. Who you surround yourself with. I'm surrounded by people smarter than me. I'm smart myself. I have been digging and doing research since I touched down into this community. I'm going to understand this project better than most because I never spend time just bitching about something. I get solutions. I get answers. I put my time into becoming better and growing myself. So I constantly improve. And very few people like do that to the extent that I do. Like, and because it's my job, I can just do it more than the majority of people as well. So yeah, that being said, man, let me know what y'all think. Let me know how y'all feel in the comment section down below. Be careful in this bear market, man. You're gonna be running into all types of people like this. These are the people with the loud voices. As you can see, he tweets and talks more than the majority of people in the community probably. And this is what he does with his time when he's tweeting. So yeah, all negativity. That being said, be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out, fam.